The Halloween Tree is an animated TV special from 1993 that's based off a Ray Bradbury book by the same name. The film follows 5 friends on Halloween night, their favorite night of the year. However, an unfortunate medical crisis hospitalizes one of their friends. Soon they see his spirit roaming around the neighborhood. They're led to the house of a strange old man by the name of Monshroud. At his house, they find the Halloween tree, which holds jack-o'-lanterns housing everyone's soul. Their friend's spirit steals his pumpkin. Now it's up to the friends to follow the friend's spirit to figure out what's happening and to see if there's anything they can do to help him. What happens is a journey through time, exploring various other cultures, learning the origins of Halloween, and how other people have celebrated it. Now, why did I pick this film? Well, I'll be honest, I saw this recently and fell in love with it. I think if you enjoy any of the films I talk about, you'd enjoy this one too. Even though it takes place in the 90s, it has this timeless feel to it. There are no pop culture references, no cringy music or fad styles. If you told me this film took place in the 50s or the 2000s, I'd believe it. The timelessness is why I think it's held up so well. It's probably the most Halloween movie I've ever seen, if that makes any sense. The kids are great characters. They each have distinct personalities and character flaws they're trying to work out. The kid voice actors are also great. They genuinely feel like kids. It doesn't feel like an adult wrote these lines. Funny enough, Ray Bradbury and his best friend Ray Harryhausen made a pact when they were young to never grow up. And here, it's clearer than ever that Bradbury held on to his childlike innocence and was able to perfectly transcribe it to page and then to screen. Speaking of Bradbury, he actually narrates the film, reading real passages from his book. His narration is fantastic. I've always admired Bradbury's diction, and hearing him read it just makes it sound so much more masterful. I love the beginning when he's setting the scene. It reminds me of when you were a kid and an adult was about to tell a ghost story around a campfire. They said it perfectly with lots of descriptors, hooking you in and making you feel like you're actually there. Granted, this film has a visual aspect to it, but Bradbury's narration makes it feel bigger than it actually is. I also love the animation. It was actually done by Hanna-Barbera Studios. I'm a big fan of Hanna-Barbera, but I'll be the first to admit that the quality of their animation wasn't always their best attribute. But here, they really outdid themselves. The animation is so smooth and there's so much going on that you would have thought this was a big budget animated film for the big screen. And I love the music. The score just makes me feel Halloween. Not in a scary way, it reminds me of the anticipation of staying up all night and getting candy and seeing these crazy decorations on people's houses. Oh man, I forgot to mention Leonard Nimoy. He does such a great job as Mr. Monshroud. You don't really know whether or not to trust this guy, and I'll be honest, while watching this film, I wasn't entirely sure where his character was going either. That's how mysterious he is. It makes me want to read the book to see if they go into his backstory more, because I'd love to know more about him. I better stop talking about this film and just let you check it out for yourselves. There are too many great things to talk about. However, I will mention one gripe I have with the DVD. Immediately after I saw this movie, I found a commentary of the film on YouTube. Yeah, commentary for the entire movie, and it was done by Ray Bradbury. Apparently, the commentary was for a Laserdisc edition of the film. This film has been released on DVD twice, and the commentary is not on either edition. I highly recommend watching the film with the commentary too. It's another great experience I can't get into right now because this video will be 20 minutes long. If they do a Blu-ray, they desperately need to put the commentary on there too, because this is a great movie that shouldn't be ignored, and all those who discover and appreciate it should be given all the facets to appreciate it even more.